3 years have gone by. Yes, the sun has come up over 1,000 times. Some babies that weren't even born yet have begun speaking regular sentences, and people who thought that they were still young and spry have found out that they can't bound up the stairs like they used to without their hearts fluttering a little bit. A number of young people have fallen in love and gotten married. Yes, all this can happen in 1,000 days. Most people crawl into their graves married, and in our small town there are hardly any exceptions.
So, I got a letter from college, which is fun because mail, you know. And it said, "Hey, John, it's college. Remember?" And I said, "Well, yes, of course." And then I proceeded by, how do I put this? Oh, give us some money as a gift. We want a gift, but only if it's more money. You see, what happened was when I was a student, I paid them a tuition, 2 semesters a year, every year for 4 years. I don't remember exactly what it was, but back in 1999 dollars, it was around $15,000, 2 semesters a year for 4 years. So it was around $30,000 every year for 4 years. So it was roughly around $120,000. Okay, so you could say I'd already given them $120,000. Okay, so you could already say I'd give them $120,000, and you have the audacity to ask me for more money? What kind of cokehead relative is my college? You spent it already? I give you more money than the Civil War cost, and you fucking spent it already.
Sometimes I stare inside myself and try to figure out how I can kill my inner core. There are days when I wish to remove myself from myself, start fresh, anew, mop myself clean and start over again. Keep the same outer shell, but with a new inner meaning and purpose, sort of like an upgrade to an old program that doesn't function as well as it should because it's outdated. I desperately need to upgrade my system, but there is no way for me to clean out my inner core. It will always remain, the remnants of my past, the wires that have rusted and gone away, they will always stay in place. You can never disconnect from your past self. We may try to act like we do, but deep down, we always carry the same software.
Well, I can't really explain it. I haven't got the words yet. It's a feeling that you can't control. I suppose it's like forgetting, it's losing who you are, but at the same time, something makes you whole. It's like there's music playing in your ear, and I'm listening, and then I just appear, and I feel a change, like a fire deep inside. Something pulling me wide open, and it's impossible to hide. And suddenly I'm flying like the bird, like electricity. Electricity sparks inside of me, and I'm free. I'm free.
I am an hourglass. Okay? My 17 years have collapsed and buried me from the inside out. My legs feel full of sand and stapled together. The hands of a clock trap me at 1 and 2, 3 and 4. He say, "Get up, stand up. Time to wake up. Wake up." Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You can't touch me. I whisper, I'm lying. He can touch me. I'll never tell him. Please, touch me. I want to tell him. It has been so long since I felt the warmth of any kind of embrace. My arms ache from the inescapable cold of isolation. I live in a world of nothing. Hello, world. You will forget me.
A million analog, every paper that I ever scribbled on is a treasure. It's on top of bestseller, yeah, it'll be yours to take. They'll buy it and sell it, it's all garbage anyway. And the suckers have all gone out to play. Sorry. I got beans, tea, pennies, dollars, Canadian, euros, pounds. I found some bar on a card or with some scratch on the back. It says one drink for free. I'll just stop in sometime. It's on me. It says bring your guitar. Sing the Rising Moons. Whiskey, jars. I got Pez. I don't smoke, but I got cigarettes. Lint. After dinner mints, bread. A 10 from a father and toddler who smiled for a medley and said, here's to luck, you're pretty damn good, keep it up. If ever you make it on music TV, think of us. I earn busker's wages. I read life between pages and lines, and when I snap up and wrap up for the drive, I think of the best money I've ever made in my life.
How did I even agree to take this class with you? I mean, everyone is going to be looking at me and judging me, and if I do one thing wrong, everyone's gonna notice, and they're gonna laugh at me, and I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I don't think I can handle it with the lights beaming down on me, and I'm gonna get all sweaty, and my palms are gonna shake, and my throat will be all dry, and I'll stutter like there's no tomorrow. You don't know that. What if I suck? What if I'm horrible? What if I'm so bad that people start throwing things at me? Or worse, what if they tell everyone about my performance and how much it sucked, and I'll have nowhere to turn. I'll be embarrassed everywhere I go. No, I don't want to do this, Jen. I don't think I can do this. If I was confident like you, I could get up there and I could just perform it the way that I practiced. But I'm not. I'm terrified. In fact, I'm petrified. That's the thing. I would use any excuse in the book to not have to perform this right now. No, and before you say anything, I tried that. I tried pretending to be sick and they didn't buy it. And I tried to forge a signature on a doctor's note, but apparently I'm not as good as I thought I was. And they didn't even buy the dead pet excuse. So what am I supposed to do? I'm screwed.
You know, don't you think it's a bit presumptuous of you to come flying into here thinking that I got you a lousy gift certificate? Well, I got you this pillow. and the lousy gift certificate. Wait a minute. You're not leaving. I'm tired of having it thrown in my face every time I try and do something nice for your birthday. Listen, it is stupid to get hung up over a birthday. Who cares? You're getting older. I'm getting older. We're all getting older. The whole world is getting older. Chicken skin. Embrace it. Be happy. No. You're the one that's hung up over a birthday. And I mean, well, you are that shallow. Well, I think I would know too. I've been on the receiving end of it for 20 years now.
And I've been standing here with you. I've been right here with you, Joy. I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to be standing in the same spot with you. Don't you ever think I wanted other things? Don't you ever think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me? Don't you ever think it ever crossed my mind to want to know other men? To lay up somewhere and forget about all my responsibilities? To want someone to make me laugh so I can feel good? You're not the only one who got wants and needs, but I held on to your joy. I took all my feelings, my wants, my dreams and needs, and I burned them inside you. I planted a seed and I watched it and I prayed over it. And I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to find out that the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom. But I held on to your joy. I held you tighter because you was my husband.
Look at me. Go on. Take a good look. Do you see me? I'm a woman, not a man. My entire life, I've been told I look like a man. In fact, I don't think I've ever received a compliment regarding my looks as a woman. Sure, we've all got that crutch to bear, that pain that we have to learn to coexist with. Yeah, well, mine is my looks. Gosh, I even wrote a letter today to that show, the one that gives makeovers. You know, the one, A Beautiful Day? Yeah? Yeah, well, I wrote them this passionate letter begging them to give me a makeover. All I want is to feel beautiful for just one day. And sure, those books say if you're beautiful on the inside, then you're beautiful on the outside. And my friends and family give me similar notions, but come on. Let's face it, I'm an ugly duckling. I've tried everything under the sun. You name any women's care product, and I've either tried it or read about it. Nothing seems to make anything work. I look at TV and I see those women like Julia Roberts or Audrey Hepburn, and real classy women, beautiful women, and I just can't help want to be them. If I could be beautiful on the outside for just one day, that would be my dream come true. To wake up and look in the mirror and not hate what I see. That would be my beautiful day.
I'm tired of caring too much about people. 50% don't care, and the other 50% just take my caring for granted. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all the lies and people letting me down. Making promises I know they can't keep, trusting too much and falling too hard. I lost who I was, and that scares the hell out of me. My heart can't take any more disappointment, and I can't keep losing myself over people who just don't care. I'm over their act of caring and playing like a friend. The damage is done. You made me weak and threw away my strength. I hope you're happy. Well, it's a little too late to fix it now. So who can I fix? I can fix me. It's time I start putting myself before others and putting everyone else behind me. So you think you won? Ha! Girl, you created a monster I don't think you know how to handle. And the monster became a warrior. And this warrior is a survivor. And I'm never backing down again.
Now I would like for you to step forward here and peruse some of the faces of the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. They're not that different from you. Same haircuts, full of hormones, just like you. Invincible, just like you feel. The world is their oyster. They believe they're destined for great things, just like many of you. Their eyes are full of hope, just like you. Did they wait until it was too late to make even one iota of which they were capable? Because, you see, gentlemen, these boys are now fertilizing daffodils. But if you listen closely, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Go on. Lean in. Listen. Do you hear it? Carpe. Hear it? Carpe. Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
No, her name is Penny Pam. And twice now, I've seen her with her shirt inside out. I mean, once, okay, God forbid, you're running late in the morning. But twice? I mean, you can't even be bothered to butter other people's corn at the county fair. And no, the worst part, and I know this is going to be shallow and small and petty, but she's not even that pretty. I mean, if you look at her, her calves and her ankles are the same size. Look at me. I'm the same size that I was on my wedding day. Well, who wouldn't want to come home to this? All right, you know what? I've been crying and my eyes are all puffy. You know? All right. Who wouldn't want to come home to this? I'm bloated. I've been drinking all day. Fine then. Here. What if... There. How about this? Who wouldn't want to come home to these? They stand up on their own.
Imagine you are walking along Broadway. You like looking into the shop windows and you are deciding which theater to go to. You are asking yourself, do I want to see something that will make me laugh or something that will make me feel sad? And suddenly a hand is placed on your arm. You turn to look back into the eyes of a beautiful man, richly dressed and looking wonderful. Quickly, she puts into your hand a piece of hot, very hot bread and butter, cuts the small piece of clothes from your coat, speaks only one word, and it means nothing to you. Then quickly she runs down the street, looking back to you fearfully over her shoulder. That would be the adventure. Would you accept it?
Clock stopped, not the mantles. Geneva's farthest skill couldn't set the puppet bowing that just now dangled still. I look into my glass and view my wasting skin and think, to God it came to pass. My heart had grown as thin. So then I, undistressed by hearts grown cold to me, could lonely wait my endless rest, equanimity. But time, to make me grieve, part steals its part abide, and shakes this fragile frame at eve with throbbings of noontide. Nods from the gilded pointers, nods from the seconds slim. Decades of arrogance between the dial life and him. Your hands like dawn, mine like musk. One beginning, certain end, the other, the end of a sure beginning.
Whatever that thing is inside of yourself, don't keep it in anymore. Act on it, please. Because the world needs you to. Not to get religious, but God gives us each a gift, a talent, a skill, something that we're good at. It's your responsibility to stand up and to take it. Give it and own it. Don't sit on it and waste it. Live your life. Take the hard knocks, but if you could just move 1 millimeter closer towards it, this much, you are that much closer. Don't let the world kick your ass. When it pushes you, push back harder. Want it. Stand up. And when you get there, work even harder.